Welcome back to Bones and Brews, everybody. Today we're having a little fun on a Blackstone. We're going to make a jalapeno popper smashed potato recipe. Let's get started. All right, so when I make smashed potatoes on the Blackstone, I like to pre-cook and boil those potatoes a little bit and soften them so they're easy to smash and then fry them and make them nice and crispy on the Blackstone. So I always like to use a smaller potato as well. I got myself a bag today of kind of an assortment of yellow and red potatoes. Got my pot of boiling water going here. We're gonna put some in there, get them nice and softened, and then we'll get them ready for the Blackstone. All right, so you notice I've dropped them in there, skins on and everything. I don't peel them or anything. I love to just leave them just the way they are. All right, so our potatoes are almost where we need them to be before we hit them on that Blackstone. So let's go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-make kind of that jalapeno popper mixture in my pan here because I'm going to set the pan off to the side on that Blackstone so it can warm and kind of get softened and melt a little bit, so it'll be easier to spread when we make those smashed potatoes. So let me show you what we're going to do here. We just simply take a block of cream cheese. We're going to put it right in the center of this pan, and then we're going to top it off with a couple of ingredients here. And once it begins to soften on that Blackstone, then that's when we'll take that opportunity to kind of blend the ingredients together a little bit more as well. All right. Perfect. I've been letting this cream cheese sit out for just a little bit, so it's already softened as well, which I enjoy. All right, so while that is sitting in the pan, we are going to add a couple more ingredients. So I took a couple slices of thick cut bacon, go ahead and pre-made them on the Blackstone as well. Took a couple of those pieces, I diced them up nice and small. We're going to use some more of it later on as a final topping, but we'll take some of that bacon, spread on top of that cream cheese. Also took some jalapeno, took one jalapeno, diced it up, poured out that center as well. More or less jalapeno, just depending on how much you like. And then I'm going to take a little bit of freshly shredded cheddar cheese. I'm going to save some of that for that final topping as well. And then last but not least, I'm going to hit it with a little bit of Meat Church's Holy Voodoo. You don't have to add any seasoning if you don't want. I just think it just gets another layer to it that we're going to use as well. So we'll have this pre-ready to go. Let's get ready to take those potatoes out and get them smashed on the Blackstone. Okay, so potatoes are ready to go. I got them drained out of that hot water. I'm going to take a little bit of butter here, about 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm just going to kind of toss that butter around while those potatoes are nice and warm. So basically, what I'm trying to do is basically oil up the outside of those potatoes. I've got that Blackstone going here a little bit between medium and low here as well. I spread some of that bacon grease that we use on it as well, so a little extra texture to that flavor. Oops, flying potatoes. All right, so once that butter looks like it's melted in there, I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to slowly pour these so they spread out on my Blackstone. All right, and we'll try to keep things together here. And what I want to do is I'm going to let them cook here for about a minute or so before I start to smash them so they get nice and kind of golden on one side. So let's give them just a moment and we'll come back and start smashing them. While those potatoes are starting to get kind of golden on one side right before we start to smash them, we'll begin to mix our cream cheese as things begin to soften here on this little bit of a warmer side of that Blackstone as well. We'll come back and mix them again a couple more times here. All right, let's start smashing these potatoes. Oh yeah. Some people like them super flat. I don't need them super flat, but I want to get them at least about halfway crushed here through this process. All right, so we'll leave this, spread those out as well, and then we'll begin to flip them in a moment. Let them continue to cook here for just a little bit. While that's happening, since they're nice and well buttered already, I'm going to go ahead and hit them with just a little bit more of that Holy Voodoo. All right, Let's let these get nice and golden brown on one side. Then we'll start to flip them, kind of crisp up the other sides. Then we'll be ready to start covering with some cheeses, smother it for a moment, let things melt, and then it'll be time to eat. All right, let's begin to flip some of these potatoes. Start to work them a little bit here to their other side. From this point forward, you kind of just keep flipping because some of them get flipped, some of them don't. Starts to look a little messy, but it doesn't matter because it is going to be delicious when it hits the belly. Okay, so we have flipped these a few times now. I'm going to take that cream cheese mixture and start to just kind of spread it across those potatoes. It's nice and warm here. All right, get that mixture going there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to come back and add just a little bit more of that shredded cheddar across these as well. I'm going to hit it with a lid, cover it here for about 90 seconds. Okay, friends, cheeses are melting. It's time to get things plated. Okay, friends, I got everything plated. Let's top it off with a couple more ingredients. I'm gonna add some more of that crumbled bacon across the top here. Now at this point, you could also go maybe some chopped fresh green onions. I didn't do that today. I actually had another jalapeno, another jalapeno going that I sliced in half, cored it out, and because I've got my smoker going today as well, I just set that jalapeno on the smoker to let it soften and get a smoke into that jalapeno. So I'm gonna add some of that smoked jalapeno on the top of this as a garnish as well. All right, friends, and there is our jalapeno popper smashed potatoes from that Blackstone. Let's let them cool for a second, and we'll give them a taste test. Moment of truth. Let's give this a taste test. I'll make sure I get some potato with that cream cheese. Make sure I get that bacon on there as well. Oh, look at that, my friends. Oh, my gosh. It's like baked potato met smashed potato with a kick. I mean, because of that cream cheese mixture. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely amazing. Fun little spin on smashed potatoes. You could actually smash them a lot thinner if you want. You notice I'd only smash them about halfway. I want them a little thicker just to have that potato substance in here as well. But I tell you what, that cream cheese, those jalapenos, that bacon, and I'm gonna be honest, that little extra jalapeno that I smoked and then diced up on the top gives a whole different flavor as well. So I highly recommend that. You guys are gonna love this recipe. Hope you try it at home when you're Blackstone. Remember, hit that subscribe button. If you like what we're doing, share our videos with others as well. We'll see you guys again on Bones and Bros.